All right. All right, welcome. This is M-Dog. Welcome to the Kobolds and Catacombs era of Hearthstone. And so I'm going to try to do several videos today, just to put some stuff out there. I don't know if people are really on the fence about this expansion, but the first thing we're going to look at is the new dungeon run. Free to play, solo, you don't have to have any cards unlocked. And this is what's been described as like a roguelite. We're actually just going to go through one boss fight here on our first run and just kind of see how the process works. And we'll see kind of go from there. I did want to point out, if you're on a free-to-play account, if you're on a new account, this is a good way. Doing these dungeon runs is actually a good way to level up your characters, to open up your basic cards, right? Because you do get the experience as you win with a certain class to level that class up. So that's a cool way to, like, if someone starts a free-to-play account or has a new account, this is a pretty good first thing to do. So adventures await. Let's get the random first boss. And so I started on my EU account. I accidentally logged in on that first and started this, and we got Giant Rat on that one for the first one as well. So I don't know if this is always your first boss, but we're just going to look at challenge number 1 here. And you can choose any class for these, obviously. I'm trying to think about what archetype I want to play for our first run. Let's go with Paladin. Paladin was my first and favorite early class in Hearthstone. Since then, of course, I've broadened to playing a lot of different classes quite a bit, but because Paladin was my main in World of Warcraft when I first started that MMO many moons ago, it just still holds a special place in my heart. I don't think we want to keep any of these here. He's going to be summoning for 2 mana. He's going to be summoning 2 1/1 rats. I guess you could argue for Stormwind Knight. We'll keep that. We'll keep a 4-drop. The only problem is these are going to be basic Paladin cards that we start off with in the first boss fight. So if you don't know, the goal of this is to go through 8 bosses. And I think if you do that with each class, you unlock a new card back or something. Besides that, I'm not sure like what the actual rewards really are. And of course here we'll just get out a Silverhand Recruit, and this seems to be going really well for us. Being able to come here on turn 3 and heal this and present a really threatening board. So we know on turn 4 we're doing 4 damage. Like, I think we can pretty much just race this guy down. I don't even think we need to value trade. So these guys are going to live. Alright, so that one was just immune. It was just the one. So we already have lethal here, right? So we'll just do it with True Silver. Alright, so that's what these dungeon runs are like, right? Now let's look at, this is where it gets fun. So we have finished the first boss of our very first dungeon run, and you just keep going until you lose, right? So your opponents are going to get more powerful, but the good news is, and you tell us our first dungeon run because you get a quest on day 1 of the expansion to begin a dungeon run. But not only does your bosses are going to get more and more difficult, but your deck gets more powerful as well. So now we get to choose a treasure. Alright, these are our choices. Passive, we get at the start of our game, draw 2 cards. So having 2 extra cards would be huge. Our minions have +1/+1. Not bad in Paladin, although so far our deck doesn't have that many minions. So I would probably lean against that. Passive, your weapons cost 1. So some big tempo swings, right? Right now we only have 1 weapon, but as Paladin, it's safe to say that we might get more in the future. But I think we'll go with small backpacks. I don't know. Now I'm leaning towards Captured Flag. I don't know if I love any of these. I mean, I think they're all good. I don't know which one I really want to go with. But this is basically what you're going to be doing. You choose a treasure, and then after I actually choose this treasure, we'll also choose some cards. And what we choose here will determine in great deal probably what cards we do choose. Your minions have +1/+1, so it's like you're getting Prince Kelseth on your deck, right? every game. And I tend to be a value trader. Let's go with that. So we'll go with that, and then that means we'll need to... Okay, and we didn't get any weapons, so it's probably good that we did do that. All right, so let's think about this. So this is our loot, and we're going to choose one of these packs of 3, right? So this is our mini blessings. This has got Divine Strength, Primal Fin Champion, which that's reasonable in our deck because we do have things like Divine Strength, Blessing of Might, and Silvermoon Portal. So all of those kind of go together, right? Other than that, we have Auction Master Beardo. This card has only seen play with the Lich King expansion, the Knights of the Frozen Throne, with the Paladin's Death Knight, because it allows you to get out multiple Death Knights in one turn. Emperor Thorazan is really strong and always has been. Like, it's almost worth choosing Legendary just because of it including Emperor Thorazan. Not only are we going to have buffed up minions, but we'll have cheaper minions after we play this. And then Curator, it's not going to do much for us now, but it could down the road. Helping Hand, this is going to be buffing. And it also has Emperor, and it's got... So do we want... I mean, I think Beardo is kind of a throwaway at this point. Curator's okay, but we don't have any Murlocs, Beasts, or Dragons currently. I think Helping Hand might actually be... Grimscale Chum just is not going to have anything to do, but it's a 1-drop, right? You never really complain about a 1-drop. Grime Street Enforcer is okay, but it's really Thorazan you're going for. I don't know. I think you could go either way here. We'll go Legendary. We'll go Legendary. Okay, so then you move on to your second boss. In this case, it's going to be Candlebeard. All right, we're going to... I'll tell you what, let's just continue this. Let's see what we can do here in this run. I was going to make this a really short one and just do the first round of it, because we still haven't even opened up our new packs for the day, which I'll probably put that up on YouTube as well, just a video of our packs, and I'll try to briefly talk through some of the cards. I've really stayed somewhat in the dark on a lot of the cards, although you can't help but hear about some of them. So we'll open packs here after this. Well, let's see what this run can do for us. All right, so his special... I hope I can see what his special is. I didn't notice before because I didn't think we were going to do this run right now, but I can't. So because that would really maybe determine the mulligan we want to do. I think we'll keep the 1 and the 3 drop though. We still can't see it. Looks like a pirate, right? All right, that is huge. To play a 2/3 on turn 1. Alright, so his hero power is give a minion charge. So for 1 mana once a turn, that's pretty strong. Hey, what's up, Big Draka? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know the passive actually. So it is basically like, it's even stronger than Prince Kelseth, because Banner of Inspiration even goes on your little guys. That's actually kind of crazy. That's going to make... Yeah, that really should kind of dictate the way we play. Alright, so this is going to have charge. It still doesn't kill it. We can take it out pretty easily. In fact, if we want to kind of get greedy here, we could just True Silver that down. I don't think we want to heal the Footman because it's very likely... In fact... Let's don't make this harder than it has to be. We have lethal. Let's don't... Let's don't make this harder than it has to be. So in these early matches, they're starting us with such little health. Okay, Black Knight is good. This is the new legendary weapon. We don't have any... Man, that is pretty okay. And then Dr. Boom is literally the best 7-drop in the game, or at least it has been. This isn't bad either, getting Wicker Flame and Bolvar in the same But, oh, and the dragon path. This doesn't feel like the beginning of a dragon deck, though, does it? I think we go legendary again. I mean, Netherstep Historian is literally one of my top favorite, like, 2 or 3 cards in all of Hearthstone. And so it's always tempting, but right now, unless we, until we get more cards, it's just to proc this is not going to be easy. So we're going to go legendary here. It's greedy, but it's fun, right? All right, a Twilight Dragon bent on draining your minions. Hero power is give a minion -1 attack. Okay, that seems, for 2 mana, that seems okay. Draka says, what game, why is my, what games you guys still playing on PlayStation? Is that what you're asking? I haven't played anything on PlayStation in a while. I played a little Call of Duty for a little bit. Checked out the new Star Wars game. The next thing I'm planning on playing on the PlayStation is, the game that takes place in the cold and is, shoot, what's it called? With where you've played it with the bow and arrow and the machines, all the traps and all that stuff. Sorry, I can't remember the name of it. All right, we're gonna mulligan all that. We need to draw some more. So one thing we need to watch is, I guess our deck is getting a little bit of a lower, like the mana curve is changing for sure. But having this, like turn 1 Footman, is just sick. Now that I know that passive affects your reinforced, yes, Horizon Zero Dawn, thank you. That is just pretty gross. I don't think we want to do this until we have a reason to. Okay, there's lifesteal. Do we heal that? I mean, he could lifesteal again. Are we going to do a spell next turn? It's not looking like it. But it's still such a big body. So he'll take...
Your strength sustains me.
Okay.
Reporting for duty. Not on my watch.
Still no spells. We're pretty spell light right now in our deck. Yeah, I think...
No time.
Reporting for duty.
Meddlesome insects.
Okay.
Evil will
So this is a new card that this boss runs. So we may have lethal here. Oh my goodness, Black Knight. No, he got the healing off. Flash heal. Black Knight is just so good here though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so if we swing with this, we don't need to, but if we swing with this first, it actually is going to buff one of our minions. The crazy thing is it also Oh, it's in hand. I'm sorry. I thought, and that's my fault for not reading it correctly. And so when this minion dies, we re-equip the weapon. I think that's how it works. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to do it to a minion in our hand. So see, we're learning about the new cards even while we play the dungeon run. Okay, choose a treasure. Destroy 2 of your opponent's mana crystals and they discard 2 cards. Greedy Pickaxe. After your hero attacks, gain an empty mana crystal. Whoa, ramp in Paladin? Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random minion of the same cost. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. Kind of like this ramp, but Party Portal is pretty amazing. I think that the issue I have with this is right now our spells. Now we could like Blessing of Might this. But some of the spells we have right now, we don't necessarily want to cast early. But we'll try it. Party Portal just seems fun, right? I think Greedy Pickaxe is probably the best choice, but I just want to try the new card. Alright, we have Helping Hand. 2 Emperor Thorazans. That is broken, isn't it? I think... So, here's the issue that we're going to have 2 Lich Kings. That's crazy. This is so... What is this? Inspire, add a random spell to your hand? Ragnaros. So if we want to go more aggressive, but this is such a like control lineup. The taunt and things you get from Lich King as well as Sunkeeper Tarim works really well in some cases. The thing I'm noticing though is that our hand is actually getting heavier and heavier. So we kind of need to go control in that sense. Ragnaros is OP and I love Ragnaros. I'm not sure that I want to have 2 Emperor Thorazans, though, and either of these choices forces me to, so we're going to go Taunt here. Alright, this is Challenge 4 of 8. Twist the other Dungeon Folk. Transform a minion into a random one that costs 1 more. So they basically have Evolve. I didn't know if it was 1 or 2 mana there, but they have Evolve. This boss will have Evolve. This is pretty cool. This is an interesting game mode. I'm really enjoying this dungeon run. And I'm excited about it. I just, we'll see how hard it gets. I hope it gets pretty challenging because I want this game mode to have lasting staying power,
For Lordaeron. Something wicked burrows here.
It looks like he has Evolve for 0 mana. If that's the case, that is a whole new level of crazy. Alright, there's that Goldshire Footman. Dr. Boom is going to be 8/8 with 2/2 boom bots. If we live to turn 7, I really want to see that. What's he doing? Summoning?
You do not see the shadow.
That's gross. What a tempo play there, huh? Summons 2 1/1s and then for free gets to evolve one of them.
Reporting for duty. To arms!
What are we playing turn 3? We don't really have a lot to play. I think the difficulty with not trading here is if he has removal, he all of a sudden just takes over. He's going to evolve this, it looks like. If he has silence, like, it's bad news, folks. Okay, we don't have a spell, but I think we can go ahead and play it. Things are looking pretty gross here, so we're gonna go all in and play it.
Who is the monster?
Hey, that's pretty fortunate. That could have gone a lot worse, right? So these are just like cheap minions that he's able to evolve. Is basically what's happening here.
For the king! For honor! The battle!
Things are not as they seem.
Uh-oh. Any kind of spell here would be nice. Okay. Any kind of spell except for that one. So what are we doing? 3, 2, 3. We just leave a 2/5 up that's going to turn into a 5-cost minion. But it's still a pretty positive trade scenario for us. I mean, we're stuck with 2 minions. The other way... So 3... Yeah, we don't want to equality this, I think. Ooh, look, he's targeting that. I mean, who can blame him, but... Kills this. I think we just Sunkeeper Tarim here, unfortunately. Ooh. Okay. So, Sunkeeper Tarim or Noble Sacrifice and then not do anything. I think we have to do this, though. Because that way we Dr. Boom next turn. Let's don't be silly. You know, one thing we could consider here. This will get evolved. So we could pay for it. But if we wanted this to live, this turns into a 6-drop. It could be bad news. We're getting Dr. Boom out. Yeah, let's just trade. Let's just trade. I wonder if he'll evolve one and lose the mana crystal. Why is he trading into that? That actually made no sense, right?
Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise.
It's boom o'clock.
These caverns go deep.
All right. So far, so good. So, you know, playing against that boss, you kind of just like recognize, like, this is as if we were playing against Evolve Shaman. What do you do against Evolve Shaman? Keep their board clear, right? So, all right, Muster for Battle, pretty good card. This is Sacred Arms. Reduce the cost of a random weapon in your hand by 2, but it's not a bad 4-drop. It's not great, though. It's below average for sure. And we've got 2 weapons. One of them is the Legendary. And one of them is a True Silver Champion. Oh, this would give us another one, though. And the passive should... I think the passive, if I'm generalizing here, but I'm guessing the passive would impact these 2 cards, which means that makes them much better. We don't want to go that one. Yeah, I think we go this. I think this is more complements like the rest of our deck better, maybe. Alright, so now we're going against Cracks. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. So, yeah, that would have made Divine Shield a little less powerful.
Arthas versus Rax.
Okay.
Order on.
This is strong enough that it's tempting to keep it, but I think we'll hard mulligan for something early game. All of our matches so far, we have benefited from something we could play early. So this will be the first time where we're probably going to have to play a little catch up. Okay. The Curator, if this was constructed, the Curator I don't think would belong in this deck.
Reporting for duty.
So without that passive, this would have died to his giant stomp if he would have played it. I think we go ahead and trade that.
Reporting for duty.
He's already got
The battle.
so much health. Now his passive just kills our minion. I guess that's the downside, huh? What was that? Deal 1 damage. Oh, that was just Shield Slam. I couldn't. It went so fast. I wasn't really sure.
King. For honor.
Alright. We're just a couple of turns away from being able to start playing some pretty heavy stuff. I don't know. I kind of like... Yeah, let's get this out, actually.
Time is money, friend.
I was going to Divine Shield this, but
Reporting for duty.
I think we're fine. If he's... Yeah. So what does he kill? This? Yeah.
Reporting for duty. Not on my watch. For honor. The battle.
Now again, Divine Shield not as strong with this passive, but... Can only attack if he has 5 or more armor. That becomes a 5, but what else are we doing this turn, right? Let's just Black Knight it.
None
We're getting a lot of damage in here.
To battle.
So we're 1 mana away from being able to do both of these together. So we could just play this. 5. Yeah, there's just not an easy way to kill it. Let's find out how this weapon works.
Evil will be purged.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, it's really gross that the passive even works with things summoned off of spells and weapons. Alright, he's dead. Right? We have lethal.
Will be purged.
Reporting for duty.
So I don't know, you know, I don't know, so far, now it could be that we've had just like really good RNG in terms of, what are we, 5 bosses in? We could be that we just had really good RNG in terms of the synergy of our deck. I mean, our deck seems really solid, and I don't know if every run will feel like this, but we're 5 bosses in, and so far it has not been very difficult, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Your minions have permanent stealth? Your minions have permanent stealth. Your minions that cost 5 or more cost 5? Let's see. So that means cheaper Emperor, Tarim, Black Knight, Dr. Boom, Curator, and Lich King. We have 2 Lich Kings. Spell damage +3. We definitely don't want that. I think we want Scepter of Summoning. If you had a really aggressive deck, I could see Cloak of Invisibility. I think for us, and now we can feel free to go more. Of course, now we're getting the cheaper options here. All right, another Consecration and some Keeper of Uldamans. Again, defensive, another spell. I kind of like that. I don't think we want to load up on Auctioneer, on Black Knights. 1 feels like enough. Another secret, and then some secret synergy. So the justification for this would be increasing our chances of having early game. But I think this just works really well with our deck. We're going to go Justice here. Now we face Voodoo Master Vex. Passive hero power. All battle cries and death rattles trigger twice. That seems wicked. I want to have that passive. Alright. Let's blaming the rogue. That's funny. Alright, we'll keep Muster for battle. And maybe Consecration, too. We do not keep Lich King. Oh, the Lich King will cost 5, won't it? Am I understanding that passive Lich King will cost 5? Because if it's 3, 4, 5, I think we keep this starting hand. Because we'll play 2, 3, there'll be 2, 2 with a 1, 4 weapon. Yeah, let's try it. If this is really a 5 drop, that is sick. But I am very nervous about a 9/9 for 5. Like, that is broken. But let's see how devastating his minions are going to be.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like, not in a good way. That's never the right play. Look how much health this goober has. We've got other weapons, so I think we start chipping away as we need to.
Reporting for duty.
Like, I don't really want to not do anything here, so we're going to do all this. I'm going to save Uldaman there. Keeper of Uldaman would have been like... Well, there's no way around it, is there? Unless we want to save 1 with this.
None may steal our secrets.
To battle.
Okay, I forgot. It triggers twice. So that was not a good play.
I have no time for games.
Wow. We're sort of lucky here to have...
Not in my house.
So that would take 2 minions from us. I think we play this. We've got enough value in our hand. And he may not be able to remove this for a turn or 2. We can...
It's boom o'clock.
That does 10 damage to him, but that heals for 8. Is that right? Is that how that's going to work?
Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise.
Yeah, we don't really want that to happen.
Not on my watch.
That one, yeah, lots.
Reporting for duty.
I think we want to try to burn him at this point. Like,
What we do. I don't feel so good.
5 damage to your minions. So this is going to do 4 damage to all other characters, right? So all it will do is pop this divine shield. So just kill it with those guys. 5 damage.
This is my responsibility. Will be purged.
Alright. Alright, that was definitely more exciting. I will give you that. Defeat 10 dungeon. So they're really putting you in the dungeon run for these early quests, aren't they? Alright, choose your loot. It's going to put us over 30 cards, isn't it? I guess 2 of them are passives, though. Alright, so we've got Legendary. Another Curator, no thanks. Another Volunteer. I'm not super excited about that. A Quality Keeper, so that's even more like Protection. Charge Lifesteal. Blackguard can be good. It falls into that. And Ivory Knight can be good. It gives us some versatility. I think we'll go with that. 2 Keeper of Uldaman seems like enough. Kind of like the healing there. Alright, Mother Gloop. Give your minions hero power. Give minions in your hand +1/+1. Okay. Okay. Well, I never expected our first run to get this deep. Like, this is kind of fun. I'm really curious, like, in playing multiple runs to see how our hand here compares to what we'll have in the future. I don't really want to keep Noble Sacrifice. A decent 4, and I think we'll mulligan that, though. We'll keep this. This becomes a 5-drop, and it's a really good 5-drop, so we'll keep that. So we've got 3 5-drops in our hand. Maybe that's a reason to hold on to those other cards. Okay, so now at least we've got a 4-drop. We've got a turn 2 play. Hopefully we'll draw a turn 3 play. Yeah, see, we're a little nervous that he's just going to sit there and boost these guys every turn. Yeah. What does that say? At the start of your turn, gain 1/1.
Reporting for battle.
Alright, we just got to kill them both, right? So we start our meaningful plays. I'm wondering if we... Oh, no, let's do this. No, let's do this. Because we're going to need to take over the board here. And we're going to hope that with such a powerful passive, he doesn't have a lot of removal. I mean, you can see that most of these are minions. Whenever this minion survives, summon a copy of this minion. Hold on, is there another way to... Yeah, we just want to take care of that right now, right?
None may steal our secrets.
I'll cut some down the side.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of card draw. It's gonna be a lot of boosted minions. All right, so I think we're going pretty far in here, aren't we? 3, 4, 5. Well, let's do it this way.
Ungoro belongs to the Titan.
Not in my house.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
We're gonna assume that he doesn't have clears. If he has clears, that might not have been the right play. He just happened to have exactly 9. Holy cow. At least that's a 1 to... Oh, nope. Alright, this is getting scary. So what do we need to obliterate? This one? I think so.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
Okay. Another obliterate.
Back into slammer.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
So, deal damage equal to this minion's attack to all enemy minions. So that pretty much sucks. This does 3 damage coming in. That's okay.
The end has come.
So we can kind of protect that from 3. The only thing that'll be alive is that. It doesn't trade.
For the makers.
For the king! This is my responsibility.
I'm really hoping we can reach lethal some way. Alright, so this is going to kill a lot of our minions, isn't it? Big bombs, big bombs.
You gonna sleep with the fishies.
This draws a card on Death Rattle, right? 1, 3, 6, 14. We're 5 off. I think we still go face though, right? Oh man. We could just trade here. An Army of the Dead. Trade that. Go face, face. No, let's I think we've got enough. 2 or more attack, so
Honor.
we're gonna do this.
Reporting for duty. Ready for action!
Time is money, friend.
Our whole thinking here is that we're gonna be able to have lethal this turn. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think we're still good. Yeah, we're still good. Ooh. That was another one's fairly scary, but we did alright. We did alright. Okay, choose a treasure. Draw cards until your hand is full. Each minion randomly chooses a side of the battlefield. No. We'll do bag of stuffing. These two make me nervous. I mean, we have really good cards. I don't know if we're always going to want to replace our hand with legendaries. We'll go bag of stuffing there. I don't want to get more cards that's going to water down. No, definitely not Murlocs. I guess we'll do this. How many Keepers of Uldaman did we end up with? Just 2? And no humilities? I guess we'll do Justice then. This feels like greedy. Justice feels like we'll survive longer. Alright.
You to be taking the dragon's hoard? Oh, he gonna be
Vustraz the Ancient. Deal 1 damage to all enemies for each missing master chest. 70 health. I don't know what the strategy is against this guy. Do we keep the treasures alive until he's low on cards, maybe? Because once he's doing crazy damage, although if the chests are on the board, it might keep him from playing multiple minions. I don't know. We'll just have to feel our way through it. Sacrifice could be okay. This would be a 5-drop. I think we mulligan it though, because we'll end up with really good 5-drops. There's a good chance of that by the time turn 5 comes. Yeah, this is good. I think we go party portal into noble sacrifice. What is this? Give your opponent a fantastic treasure. So this is like the Marin, whatever his name is, card. So he can now attack with that thing. So he's going to have ways to buff these treasures, right? I don't know. I'm tempted just to go face for now and see how bad his, it's going to be a 3-2, right? Yeah. We kind of do want to kill this, I think.
Not on my watch.
I wield the power.
Does he have a dragon? Yep. Of course he does. He's starting to take over the board a little bit, isn't he? Just trade that and go face? Or just go face? I think we trade it because we want next turn. I don't know. We don't really want a Sunkeeper Terran, do we? Give all those minions attack. We could take out one treasure, but then he starts doing 1 damage to everything. I think this turn, we're going to do one more turn of letting him trade. And see where we end up next turn. Because I don't know... He doesn't have room for any more minions, right? Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. Now we've got 2 consecrations. Oh man, yeah, it's starting to get rough.
For the king! For honor! For honor!
I don't think we're gonna make it if we keep... Because he's gonna keep buffing these guys up, right? He's now has +3 spell power. Wait. Yeah, +3 spell power.
For honor!
None may steal our secrets.
We take out our first treasure here. Also decreases his spell power. Alright, what do we get? Ooh. Does he go with minion? Okay.
The makers.
This could be really solid. It also could be really scary. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can do all of it.
Our hammers echo in the deep.
Will be purged!
So he's going to be doing 1 damage to all enemy minions now, right?
Time is money, friend. Time is money, friend.
My eyes are open.
Evil will be purged!
You can hide no longer.
He's drawn way more cards than us. In fact, it's too bad we don't have like a mill deck or something.
The menagerie is for guests only.
By the power of Ragnar, I have the power!
No time.
Okay, I don't know. I just don't know. We don't like seeing those. We kind kind of good that it went into the same one. We can just trade with that potentially. Okay. Oof. I know we're doing this. So we don't necessarily want to play this, right? We kind of want to play that with Sunkeeper Terran, maybe. So I think we just get rid of a bunch of these. And if he plays Taunt, we've got an answer. We're trying to fatigue him at this point, aren't we? Like, he's got so much health. Okay. It's not Taunt, though.
Time is money, friend.
Reporting for duty.
Yes, please. Yeah. He's got 5 damage. We're getting a little low on health. Alright, he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. We don't have a way of killing that, do we?
My hand is full.
That's okay. We don't have a way of killing that. Oh, yes, we do. Okay. So, I think we have to do this now, right? Isn't it worth getting rid of... Yeah, if we're doing that, then we're doing this, aren't we? Yeah, we did that in the wrong order. I think we're okay, though.
Reporting for duty. Ungoro belongs to the Titan. Evil will be purged. Reporting for duty.
I think we're okay. How much damage is he doing? 4. Okay. I say we're okay. We might not be okay. I don't feel okay. Now he's doing 6.
My hand is full.
Quit giving me coins. Yeah.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
Reporting for duty.
Will be purged.
We could have changed that because, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. Now is it doing 6? 5. Was it Death Rattle, return to your hand? Ooh. He's got that same legendary weapon that we do. Wow. Okay, that was fun. At least we didn't, like, on our first attempt, win the whole thing. That was still really cool. Alright, so that's the first dungeon run of the new expansion.
These treasures, ancient and venerable,
Here they will stay.
here they will stay.
That's awesome. I was trying to see. Okay. And I guess, like I said before, I mean, let's see if we get rat again. No! Okay. So it's not always rat. I bet there's just a list of maybe a small amount that you get every time the first time. Where do you see, like, I was wondering if there's a place where you could look at your dungeon run stats. Like, have they added that to see, Is there a place where you can see like what you've done? Doesn't look like it. They haven't added it yet. Maybe they will. Okay, all right. Dungeon Run 1 done. What's up, Reaver's Roar? How are you enjoying the expansion? All right, so for YouTube purposes, we're going to end our first dungeon run. Super excited about that game mode. Really interested to see how it plays out. That seemed pretty easy all the way up into the last boss. The next couple of bosses before the last one was a little bit challenging, but I did think we built a really good deck. And so are all decks that we build going to feel that good? I don't know. But thanks for joining if you're watching on YouTube. And we're going to keep rolling along here on the stream and making, opening a lot of packs. And then we'll also be playing some more dungeon runs. And then I hope tonight to get into crafting some decks to try on ladder as well. All right.